Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we really unpack fascinating ideas and give you that shortcut to being truly well-informed. Today, we're diving into something really interesting, the world of Divine Alchemy Healing, and its powerful pendulum charts. We're going to explore how these unique tools are actually designed to help you evolve, on every level, spiritually, emotionally, mentally.
Yeah. And our mission today really is to distill the core ideas behind the system. We'll show you how it can help identify and, importantly, release old patterns, those limiting beliefs, even external stuff that might be holding you back.
Okay.
And at the same time, cultivate beneficial energies for a more empowered, more joyful life, basically.
So like a guided path to transformation, giving you practical ways to tap into your own wisdom.
Exactly. Think of it like that. Practical ways to tap into intuition, innate wisdom. Yeah.
And to do that, we've looked at quite a bit of material. There's this comprehensive collection of pendulum charts in book 3.
Right, the charts themselves.
Detailed workbooks, books 1 and 2. And we even checked out a session from their YouTube channel on empowering empaths.
Which was really insightful, actually.
Yeah, so get ready for some maybe surprising facts and definitely some actionable insights here.
Okay, so let's maybe start at the beginning with the pendulum itself.
Good idea.
A lot of you listening probably know pendulums, as old tools for divination, dowsing, used for centuries, Egyptians, Chinese.
Right, I've heard of that. Maybe checking past lives or contacting aliens, that kind of thing some people mention.
Well, yeah, that's a kind of pop culture idea sometimes. But this system frames it differently. It's seen more as a direct conduit.
A conduit.
Yeah, a way to access information that's like beyond our normal perception, tapping into the subconscious, maybe even higher realms of knowledge.
Okay, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
So if someone's new to this, how do they actually, get started? Establish that yes and no.
It's actually pretty straightforward. You just start by asking simple yes-no questions you already know the answer to, and you watch how the pendulum moves.
So you see what its pattern is.
Exactly. Maybe it swings forward and back for yes, or maybe diagonally or in a circle. It's about finding your personal energetic connection.
Your connection.
And sometimes, the sources mention, you might feel a little jolt in your hand. That's described as your guides working through you, channeling the energy.
Interesting. And that brings up something you mentioned, or rather the sources really emphasize, intention. Intention is everything.
Yeah.
What does that really mean here?
It's simple, but really profound. Every single action we take, conscious or not, comes from an intention.
Okay.
So in this Divine Alchemy Healing, consciously aligning your intention is just vital. When you decide to release old beliefs, you're setting that intention.
You're actively choosing it.
Precisely.
Yeah.
When you invite new energies, you're intentionally calling them in. Think about psychosomatic illness or the placebo effect, right? Yeah. The mind's belief can create real physical changes. The sources say your mind does not know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. Focused intention, this system suggests, can create real energetic shifts.
Wow. So you're not just like swinging a crystal on a string, you're actively engaging your mind, your focus.
Exactly, your focus, your intention.
And you mentioned guides earlier.
Yeah.
The system talks about guide teams. Who are they? Why are they involved?
Right. So the system suggests you can connect with various forms of guidance. It could be your higher self, your intuition, personal spiritual guides, global guides, angels, archangels. Archangel Metatron comes up a lot, actually, apparently involved in developing these charts, or even source energy itself. But importantly, if the idea of guides makes someone uncomfortable, the system says you can just work with your subconscious mind or your intuition. Totally fine.
But there was a note about that, wasn't there? A caution.
Yes, a very important one. It mentions that if you haven't done a lot of self-work, like clearing childhood conditioning,
then relying just on your subconscious or intuition might occasionally give you information that's, colored by those unresolved past experiences. False information, basically.
Ah, okay. So it could be skewed.
Potentially, yeah. So the recommendation really is to aim to work with your higher self or your I am presence for the clearest, most objective insights.
That makes sense. Getting the purest signal, so to speak.
Exactly.
So, okay, you're connected, you've set your intention, you're working with clear guidance. Where does the actual transformation begin? What's step one?
Generally, it starts with releasing. Releasing what no longer serves you. That's a big focus.
Clearing the clutter first.
Pretty much. The main goal for a lot of these charts is helping you clear out old patterns, limiting beliefs, old habits, external energies that aren't yours, and healing inner child wounds.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is. It's about getting clarity on the energetic baggage, the stuff you need to let go of to really make a difference emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually.
And what's really insightful here, I think, isn't just listing these things. It's how the system suggests that all our discomfort, emotional or even physical, might trace back to these core energetic patterns. It's like a map to the unseen roots.
Like finding the energetic source code for your struggles.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are some common energies to release that these charts help identify?
Well, the charts are incredibly detailed, but some real foundational ones include things like shame, control, needing control or being controlled, rejection or abandonment, distrust, guilt, anger, sadness, fear, hurt, pain. These aren't just feelings, they're seen as specific energy patterns. Left unchecked, they can show up as low self-worth, stress, anxiety, even physical stuff.
And you mentioned anger,
Yeah.
even something like hatred.
Yeah, the system suggests that intense stuff like hatred often has deep anger at its root. It breaks it down. Also things like negative stories we tell ourselves, low self-worth, stress, anxiety, inner child wounds, exhaustion, judgment. It covers a lot.
It sounds incredibly comprehensive. And it doesn't stop there, right? It looks at triggers too.
Yeah, exactly. The trigger energies charts. They help you pinpoint what pushes your buttons, basically. What sends you into those negative loops.
Like what? What kind of triggers?
It could be really simple things, like just being tired or hungry or unwell.
Okay, yeah.
Or deeper stuff, like old wounds being poked, feeling impatient, insecure, feeling judged or laughed at, taking things personally. Overwhelm is a big one too.
Identifying those must be so helpful to become more proactive.
That's the idea. Proactive, not reactive.
Okay, so we've got internal patterns, internal triggers,
Yeah.
but sometimes the patterns aren't just ours, are they? They come from outside.
Yeah.
The system calls this external conditioning.
Yes, and this is crucial. Think about influences from parents, caregivers, maybe ancestors, teachers even. These can create these old cycles you may not be aware of.
Like what sort of cycles?
Well, the charts list things like inherited narcissistic tendencies or a deep feeling of disconnection, self-acceptance wounds, generational patterns, things passed down. And alongside that, there's childhood wounding. This looks directly at the impact of early stuff like deprivation, unhealthy boundaries, or maybe no boundaries at all. Feeling unvalued, isolated, being bullied, neglect, betrayal. These charts help you uncover those hidden influences.
It's amazing how specific it gets, down to our thoughts and beliefs. There are charts for negative thoughts and stories, and limiting beliefs too.
Absolutely. Common negative thoughts might be things like, I can't afford it, I am not enough, I haven't got enough energy, or I compare myself to others. We all do that sometimes, right?
Definitely. And the limiting beliefs, are they deeper?
Yeah, they're usually more ingrained. Those deep convictions like, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve success, or I don't deserve happiness, it's too late for me to change, or people will judge me. The system helps you pinpoint which of these specific thoughts or beliefs are actively affecting you.
So specific. Okay. And the actual release. How do you use the pendulum to, clear these energies once you've found them?
It's surprisingly simple, but feels quite powerful. Once you identify an energy, say, shame, you use what's called a release statement while holding the pendulum.
And what does that sound like?
Something like, thank you, Divine Spirit, for releasing the energies of shame from my field. You frame it as already done, present tense.
Ah, okay. Like affirming it's happening.
Exactly. And a key thing to remember, mentioned in the books, is that everything releases in layers.
Layers. Meaning it's not a one-shot deal.
Pretty much. An issue might not vanish overnight. It often takes consistent, gentle work. It's an ongoing process, a journey.
Okay, that makes sense. So you clear the decks, release the old stuff. What's
Okay.
next? The focus shifts, right? To building up, cultivating beneficial energies.
Exactly. This is the flip side. It's about actively bringing in the good stuff.
Like giving yourself vital energy nutrition. I think I read that phrase.
That's a great way to put it. Feeding your energy body what it needs to thrive.
Yeah.
Leading to more happiness, vitality, connection. Changing your life, really.
So what kind of positive energies are we talking about?
Oh, the charts list loads. Really beautiful energies. Foundational ones like gratitude, safety and security, peace, love, acceptance, happiness, self-worth. Divine light, prosperity, joy, bliss, health, balance, forgiveness. All the way to more expansive ones like excitement, abundance, freedom, relaxation, faith, trust, connection.
It sounds like a whole palette of well-being.
It really is. Radiance, serenity, vitality, success, harmony, regeneration, serendipity, transformation, rebirth, magic, blessings, growth, reflection, passion, expansion, flexibility, grounding, even miracles.
Wow, that covers pretty much everything. And do they break it down for specific areas like they did at the releasing?
They do, yeah. Very practical. For cultivating self-love, for example, you find phrases like, I am worthy and deserving. I listen to my needs. I treat myself with care.
That's lovely. What about empowerment?
For self-empowerment, there's strength, step out of comfort zone, action, focus, energy, motivation, healing, self-belief, self-love, really building yourself up.
And inner child healing. Is there a positive side to that too?
Oh, definitely. Nurturing energies like cuddles being held, having a happy space, feeling safe, play, love energy, being listened to, knowing someone is proud of me. It's about giving that younger part of you what it needed.
That's beautiful. And for the body, or even manifesting.
Yep. Positive energies for the body includes things like connection with your body, appreciation, stamina, good digestion, gut health, comfort, health, energy, flexibility, self-care, love.
Good digestion, that's specific.
It is. And for heart healing, things like listening, being heard, connection, trust, forgiveness, boundaries, self-love, compassion, healing, acceptance, support.
And manifestation, what about that?
Big section on that. Positive energies for manifestation has affirmations like, things are always working out for me, divine source loves me, I am thriving, I am open to receiving gifts from the universe.
Powerful stuff.
Yeah, and there's even daily affirmations for abundance, like, I am healthy, I am worthy and deserving, I am loved and supported, I am confident in my abilities, I am successful, I am happy and grateful, really setting that daily energetic tone.
So the increase process is like the positive version of releasing. You affirm you're receiving the energy.
Exactly. You'd say something like, thank you, Divine Spirit, for increasing the energies of joy within me now. Again, framed as already happening.
And there was that tip, wasn't there, about shifting your mental state quickly?
Yes. Really practical. The system strongly advises, replace every negative thought with 3 positive thoughts.
3 positive ones for every negative one.
Yeah. It says, this will break the energy state. It's not just wishful thinking, it's presented as a direct technique to disrupt that negative energetic loop and actively rewire your mind.
Okay, that's a powerful takeaway right there. So we've got the basics. Release the old, bring in the new. But how does this actually look in, real life? Let's take that example you mentioned, empowering empaths.
Right. This is a great specific example from the YouTube source material. Kelly, one of the creators, shared this story. Really relatable, I thought.
What was it?
About when she was younger, she'd go to the pub with friends. And even though she didn't drink much, or sometimes at all, she'd end up mirroring their energy so much that people genuinely thought she was as drunk as they were.
Wow, okay. That perfectly illustrates the empath challenge, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Absorbing energy without boundaries.
Exactly. It highlights that core issue. And the system clearly outlines those shadow side challenges for empaths.
What are some of those common struggles it mentions?
Things like worrying constantly about how your decisions affect others, absorbing other people's moods, their pain, their energy, finding it really hard to say no.
The people-pleasing trap.
Totally. Overthinking what others feel, feeling guilty for needing or protecting your own space, and this one's key, collapsing your own energy to support others, which, as the source points out, doesn't actually serve anyone in the end.
Right. You burn out, you can't help anyone. So how does the pendulum work specifically help empaths with this? What do they release and increase?
Okay, so for releasing, the charts suggest targeting things like the need to people-pleaser, fear of rejection or abandonment, worrying about what other people think, absorbing emotions that aren't mine, fear of conflict, over-responsibility, hypervigilance, energetic entanglement, feeling guilty for having or setting boundaries, and losing my sense of self in others.
That's a very targeted list.
Yeah.
And for increasing, what do they bring in?
Things like self-love, inner peace, healthy boundaries, crucial for empaths, grounded compassion, sovereignty.
Sovereignty, I like that word. Energetic self-ownership.
Exactly. Also rooted presence, balanced emotional awareness, solar confidence, the ability to care without collapsing, and the ability to hold space while staying centered.
It really sounds like reclaiming your own energetic space and power.
That's exactly the goal.
And the sources mention specific tools for this too, like sprays.
Yes, they did. For clearing the energy field, they mentioned an angelic celestial color spray, specifically white sage.
Okay, for clearing.
And then for increasing power and protection, especially for empaths who tend to absorb through their solar plexus.
Right, the power center.
A golden citrine solar plexus spray is recommended because that's where we often perceive and receive energies. And then also a happiness and joy spray for the increased work.
Interesting. And Archangel Metatron was mentioned again here?
Yes, specifically cited as overseeing these kinds of energetic processes for empaths using the system.
Okay. So beyond empaths, which is a great example, these charts seem to cover a huge range of things. It's not just interpersonal work, right?
Not at all. It really extends into many areas of life. For example, relationship issues.
Romantic relationships.
Not just romantic, any relationship, work, colleagues, family, even interactions with, say, customer service people.
Really? How does that work?
The pendulum helps you pinpoint the specific energetic blocks in that dynamic. Things like lack of boundaries, maybe baggage from past relationships bleeding through, distrust, codependency, lack of clear communication. Once you identify the energy using the chart, you can then use the release and increase statements to shift it.
That's incredibly practical. What about those really deep, stubborn patterns, the ones that seem to just follow you around?
Well, that's where karmic clearing comes into play. Chart 15, I think.
Karmic clearing, what does that cover?
It addresses those persistent issues, like always ending up in mismatched relationships or feeling like you're never liked or loved, being bullied or controlled frequently, or maybe a deep fear of making decisions.
Okay.
The system suggests these might stem from past actions or life lessons you haven't quite integrated yet. Karma, basically.
And it goes even further back, doesn't it? Past lives.
Yes. Chart 14 is clearing past lives. It explores how old impacts, maybe from things like war energy, hardship, poverty, abuse, persecution, or even servitude and slavery in a past life, could still be active, energetic imprints affecting you now.
Wow, that's deep.
It is. The underlying belief presented is that we've all had many past lives, each one for experiencing certain life lessons. These charts offer a way to potentially release those deep, maybe inherited, energetic echoes.
It's important to mention, though, when it talks about releasing physical issues, things like trauma, inflammation, pain, soreness, bruising, stiffness.
Well, yes, absolutely crucial.
The system always emphasizes seeking professional medical advice first and foremost.
Always. These charts are for addressing potential energetic blocks that might contribute to or manifest as physical issues. They're meant to work alongside, not replace, conventional healthcare.
Right, a complementary approach.
Exactly. And speaking of practical applications for people looking for more abundance,
yes,
there's a chart, number 17, specifically for beliefs and energies blocking abundance.
What kind of blocks does that uncover?
Hidden beliefs like money is evil, or money is dirty, or family patterns like our family never have money, or beliefs like I have to work hard for money, or simply I don't deserve abundance, or I'm not worthy.
It really shows how much our internal stories can shape our external reality, even financially.
Absolutely. It highlights that connection very clearly.
Now, with so many charts, you've mentioned quite a few numbers.
Yeah.
How do you know where to even start on any given day?
That's where chart 44 comes in, the full charts wheel. It's actually quite ingenious.
How does that work?
It basically acts as your personal guide to the charts. Instead of flicking through the book wondering which chart is best for your issue right now, you use the pendulum on chart 44, and it will indicate which specific chart holds the key energy you need to work with at that moment for that specific issue, or just for a general check-in.
That's really smart, a personalized roadmap through the system.
Exactly. Makes it much more navigable.
And besides the pendulum work itself, the sources mention a few other techniques, sort of supporting practices.
They do, yeah. Things that complement the chart work. One is EFT tapping.
Tapping, I've heard of that. Emotional freedom techniques?
Right. Energy EFT, modern energy tapping. Different names. It's a method where you gently tap on specific energy points, meridian points on the body.
And what does that do in this context?
It's described as a way to add energy or give yourself energy nutrition. It helps clear blocks and also energize your system, potentially enhancing the effects of the chart work.
Okay, what else?
There's a really simple one called a state break.
State break?
Yeah, just repeating a positive statement 3 times out loud, like life is good, life is good, life is good. The idea is to instantly disrupt a negative thought pattern and shift your immediate energetic state. Quick and easy.
Simple, but potentially effective.
Yeah.
And finally, things like journaling and affirmations were mentioned too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Familiar tools, but powerful complements. Journaling helps you gain clarity, which is really important for focused intention and manifestation.
Right.
And affirmations.
Well, they're powerful, especially when you combine saying them with really feeling the emotion of what you desire, and also acting as if it's already true.
Connecting the thought, the feeling, and the action. Exactly, and it's worth saying that tip again because the sources emphasize it. Counteract every negative thought with 3 positive ones as a way to actively break that negative state.
Got it. And underlying all of this is that idea you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
The layers
Yeah.
concept.
Yes, absolutely fundamental. Everything releases in layers. Issues might not just disappear instantly. It often takes consistent, gentle, ongoing work. Patience and persistence are key for that deep, lasting transformation.
So we've really covered a lot today. You've just explored how these Divine Alchemy Healing pendulum charts offer this, well, profound but also really actionable path for self-evolution. We've unpacked this whole system designed to help you shed that old energetic baggage, release what's holding you back, and really amplify your inner light, all with essentially a pendulum and your focused intention.
Yeah, and we've seen how our inner world, our beliefs, those unresolved energies really does shape our reality, right down to the relationships we attract, the abundance we allow into our lives.
It really makes you think.
It does. So maybe a final thought to consider. If your energetic vibration is fluid, if it's constantly being influenced by your thoughts, your emotions, external inputs, what new energy will you choose? What will you embody and project into your world starting today? How might deliberately tending to your inner energy field, like these charts suggest, not just transform your own personal landscape, but maybe even ripple outwards, influence the collective?
Right. What kind of energy do you want to contribute?
Exactly. What energy would you like to put out into the world, starting right here with yourself?
Kelly and Frog, the masters of the chess, their dreams can lead within these pages. Oh, pendulum charts in your mystic heart, from realms unseen.